Howdy, my dudes. Welcome to a fun Saturday filled Gunpla Funpla. I'm your host, Jay, and today we're just gonna be we're working on the unicorn. Surprise, surprise. It's, we're making progress. We're making some pretty solid progress in terms of painting and getting things done. I have the torso mostly painted. Just need to work on the detailing. And this is coming out, I think, pretty damn snazzy. It needs some touch-ups on the details up here. I need to clean up the horn a little. But I am digging what's going on with it right now. Gotta go in and add the gold and black details. There's not going to be any details on the inner frame, hand-painted details like that. I just did a nice little bronze and a little bit of color separation with Turbo Dork. I do believe this is the Purple People Eater. If I can find the bottle, which I don't think I can. Wait a minute. No, I lied. It's Let Them Eat Cake. This has got to be one of my favorite Turbo Door colors so far. It's a nice purple to like a bluish purple to a reddish purple shift. And it is very pretty. It's great over black primer to get a nice purple, but if you want the shift a little better, I recommend like a gray or even a white primer to it. But other than that, the frame is done in... Keep on bumping camera. The model color is bronze for most of the frame. And just to show what I've been doing with the weapons queer parts, I'm doing a blend of Turbo Dorks paints. Just like a nice little kind of highlight of Weapon Meat Cake, Life on Mars mixed with a little bit of I think it's Meatball Red, if I remember correctly. And this is Aftershock, Shell Shocked, The Life on Mars, and I do believe Love Me Cake. But I got both sets done, and I'm just enjoying the airbrushing that I did on this. I think I did a pretty snazzy job so far. There is nice highlights you can tell along the border of these with the Let 'em Eat Cake, and then just some detailing with the Aftershock. I don't know if it fits the color palette of the kit, but honestly at this point I don't care. These are for the spears, by the way. They're the queer insert parts. And these are for the axes. And you guys can see, I tried to get as close as I could to the edge and hit it with the meatball color, so you can get a nice little red tone while it fades into the Aftershock. And then we got the backpack mostly done. And I dig it. I really fancy the color separation that I have going. I'm not typically one for color separation too much. You guys know I just paint it all one color, then throw something on it and call it a day. But with this one, I'm working to be a little more careful on details and color separations. This has got to be my pride and joy of the backpack so far. It is a really nice hand-painted dragon that I painted, I do believe, on Wet Palette Wednesday with Julio, if memory serves. because I don't remember. And then I'm going to be going through and adding little bits of details out and about, just so it can break up being like a solid green. And I don't know how well if you guys can see it, but I did some nice little like color gradients, if I can remember the word gradient, on this, and it fade to a nice kind of darker green. And I do believe I kind of played around with a base green, because I did a black primer for this. I used the Model Color Green by Vallejo, and then I used Vallejo again, the Game Color Wash, which is the green shade, just to do a little bit of the gradient here. And I finished up the shields. So, can you remember what I did with them? There we are. This is what is going to be patterned throughout the unicorn. Arms, legs, torso, hips, all that. For the clear inserts on this, I did a duo of bronze, and then I'd like to say brass. If I remember correctly, it is brass. Yet again, the Model Color by Vallejo Brass. I like their metallics. For acrylic metallics, you can't really go wrong with Vallejo, in my opinion. I know some people have differentiating opinions, but it's what I like. But for today's stream, we're going to be breaking down, doing the details on the shield, the dots, and then the alphabet. So the alphabet, for my inspiration, I took from the Book of Kells. And I can just show you guys the reference book I've been using. I've been using this just to get some nice little Celtic designs going, and I do believe it might be later in the book. There we go. A little further. It's in here somewhere. There we go. This gives you a whole snazzy alphabet from like the Book of Duro, the Book of Kells, Lindisfarne. I do believe I am pronouncing that right. Well, wrong, actually. It goes into like early Greek, classical, Latin. Fun little fact, like, there's no K in the British and Celtic languages. K does not exist. And just a little bit of snazzy details, which I think would just kind of be fun just to toss it all in there. It also tells you like Hebrew, Phoenician, more Hebrew. It's just a fun little reference that I've just kind of been tossing around with this. Who dinging me? Nobody dinging me. So this is going to be throughout the unicorn. I have to start priming the hips. I'm not gonna lie, I'm dreading doing the arms and the legs a bit. Just mainly because getting them snapped will get hassle. So I can only imagine what it's gonna be like unsnapping, priming, while doing a little bit of cleanup, then priming, painting, hand painting, snapping back together. It's a fun little looking forward to, but not looking forward to project. I'm glad I got as much detail done like I did with this one this week. So for now, what I'm going to be starting to do is just putting the dots on. You guys can see just little roundabouts. So what I'm going to be doing for this is I'm going to be using the Army Painter War Paints Greedy Gold, and then just a black paint. Very simple. I'm going to be using a variety of dotting tools. These I got off of Amazon. I They were in a kit for mandalas. Mandalas? No, not mandala. Mandalas. And they're great little detailing tools. I use these for when I did the T-pose quibbly, and just some smaller details. And they come in like a whole size range. Let's see if I can find the bigger one. Do I have a bigger one rolling around here? Of course not. But they come in bigger sizes. They come all the way up to like this to make really, really large dots. So let's see, I want to do something a little bigger for a torso. So I'll be starting out with my black dots, and it's very easy. Just liberally dip this in, and then let's see. Start over here. I'm gonna start right in this upper corner here. And you can redip this to make the dot size equal, but I just kind of like using it until it runs out of paint because you can get some cool little dotting gradients there. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. Hopefully that's better. But yeah, you can just start and work your way all the way up from large to small. And of course you can do this by using the different tools, but I prefer just to run out of paint and let it be natural, I guess, if you can call that natural. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday, though. It's a rare time for me to be streaming. But I had some free time and I figured, hey, why not spend it doing stuff I like, talking to people that I enjoy. Now, I do say, when you're using the large dots, do be careful and make sure you're not adding too much paint, or they will drip and pool in very unfortunate ways. Especially if you're using like a thinner paint. You have to be careful with this black paint because it can thin out and just kind of pool. So I want to make that a little bigger. There we go. I'm just gonna wipe this off. And for the gold, I'm going to be using the smaller side. I really like the combination of a black and gold because there's several shades of gold. Keep on bumping my camera today. There's several shades of gold out there, but I think this is my favorite so far when it comes to model paint gold. It's a lot warmer tone-wise, and I think that carries over well. I think for this one, I'm going to wipe this off. And I'm going to go with a somewhat smaller dotting tool. really fine point dots. With this coat, it's not as kind of fluid as the other paints that I've been using, and it does dry out a little faster, so it's like gunking up pretty easily. And I really need to get a wet palette, honestly. I feel like that would be helpful. Okay, and we're just adding in the dots right here, while trying to avoid the black ones that we just put down. Keep on getting some calls today. We're here to talk to you about your car extended warranty. Need to break it to some people. I don't have an extended car warranty. I don't have a car. Unless you'd like to buy me a car, then talk about the extended warranty. I'd be grateful for that. But I don't know if you guys can see. I just poured this out like a minute before starting the stream, and it's already starting to kind of gunk up, which is rather unfortunate. It is a little warm in here today, so that does play a role. But if you had retarder medium, you could easily just add some in, and it'll probably help thin it down. I ran out, unfortunately. Hold on. People are going to DQ without me. Can I text with one hand? No. There we go. Today, cute day. So ice cream cone for the win. Wipe that off. Because unfortunately these also have a issue with drying while on the tool. But you can see we got some really nice dots going in there. I know I keep on saying that I won't be using dots on kits for a while after the clip, but we've all determined that was a lie. dots are a very love-hate relationship. People keep on texting me. Just gotta be careful this side because it is still a little dry. You know what? No, I want to use the other side. We're just gonna point this one right here. And if you guys could just give me a second, I'll be right back. And we're back. So we're just gonna try and make this front chest as equal as possible. Which can be a tiny bit difficult with these dotting tools. But it can be done. And if it's not 100% symmetrical, I'm not going to be too upset. Now we're going to go back into that side. Just doing some dots right up here and right here. Bigger. Wipe this off. I'm going to go in and use the smaller dotting tool. Clean it off. I'm just gonna start dotting on this side. I'm gonna go in with my medium dotting tool now and my gold. You know what, I want to use the larger side for this one. Now I'm going to take my small one and go into the black. And kind of reverse Uno what we did on the upper side. You guys can't see it, but my puppy is staring away from the end of the hall into here. She's not allowed on the side of the house yet. Mainly because of the fact that the cat food and the cat box seems to be the open snack invitation to her. But no. She's not allowed. Not allowed back here just yet. Maybe in future streams. Alrighty. So we got our dot details down, and I think this piece doesn't want to pop out. This piece did not like to stay in, from what I've noticed. It's a very free spirit on what it does. So much like the shields, we're going to be going in and doing some of these little circle details. I wonder if can record this at the same time. So we're just going to be going in, doing a very just not perfect circle. We'll need enough as the see. Just pretty basic details. And we'll make this one a little off kilter. I don't want these to be symmetrical. If I wanted to, I could probably mask an airbrush for circles, but I do enjoy the textured look of hand painting sometimes. Can always go in and do it with an airbrush, just a little bit of masking, but it's like what I just prefer. And now when these dry, I'll go in and try and find a pattern or idea that I enjoy doing. And why don't for this piece we break out our handy book of Kells and see if I can pull up that alphabet and see what I really should bookmark this. Let's see. Let's find D. I think a D would be good there. I'm just carefully cradling this thing. I'm just gonna do capital O, I think. I like the lowercase. Just hold it there. Start with the top swoop. And we're just gonna bring it down. And of course we'll need to mess up when it dry. There we go. And we'll go in, and I like adding a little bit of the gold details to the letter. So when that dries, we'll do a little bit of touch up and we'll go back in and deal with that. Just add a little circle here. Yet again, placement does not have to be perfect. Not aiming for perfect. Howdy, Ty. Thanks for joining tonight. Well, this afternoon. I'm so used to saying night. But I had a little bit of open free time today. And I figured, hey, why not? And plus it kind of motivates me to work on the unicorn a bit. So let's see, looking at our book of kells. And I think down here I want to add another letter. Let's see. The Duros. No. Why don't we throw down and... Why am I streaming when Meg is streaming? Why is Meg streaming when I'm streaming? I'm not gonna lie, Ty, I completely forgot that Meg was supposed to stream today. It explained for low air traffic here. If you're listening to Meg, you want to tell her hi for me. Let's see. Let's start off with just a little fin H. Fin. I really do enjoy how crazy the Book of Kells gets with some of these damn letters. Just gonna get a little curl right here. And where we have our H. And we'll wait for that to dry and we'll go in to the gold. And now I do have some free space, and I kinda low-key got inspired watching Braveheart the other day. Of like these patterns and lines. And people are back. Just gotta give me a second, guys. They decided to go and get food while I was streaming. Do you want to come? No. So we're just gonna go in and add a little bit of like line work going into this dude. Like we did up on the horn and the face. And try and be a little, well, careful of the dots. And try not to mess those up. How are you, bud? How are you, Ty? Forgot to ask. How are you doing this fine Saturday? How is the waifu? You can't see it, but I do have the Mothman sitting right on my desk. An Oogie Boogie coat. Oh snap. Just messing with Linux took me 4 hours just to get to boot. What is Linux? Is that like a 3D software? It's an operating system like Mac. Oh, okay. I don't know technology very well, but my knowledge is quick button to turn computer on, quick button to turn computer off. It's a miracle how I figured out how to stream. I don't think I would have if I didn't have the guys here to help. I have been thinking of setting up something for Twitch, maybe, on OBS. Can't know other thing that is true. And here we have the basic to a snazzy little unicorn. I don't know how I'm gonna photograph this, but we're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna have to do what I did with the Wingy Boys, where I had a million different lightings I had to use. Defiling highs. That is true. I've had a blast lately with just haro defiling. I think my latest one is gonna be a fun one as soon as I get all the parts in. Let's just say I spent an hour gluing aquarium gravel onto this fucking thing. I accidentally super glued my finger together, so I was walking around like this for trying to find the damn nail polish remover. I don't even think I've hit the peak of what I wanted to do just yet. I know people like, when will enough be enough? And the answer is never. I have so many plans. Biggest master course I want to take by Futura 2000. I don't know if you know him, but I guess he kind of like the grandfather of Brooklyn, New York graffiti. And he goes through and he just teaches you, what to do with certain airbrushes, air paints, spray paints, rattle cans, all that. But I've just been extremely excited to learn about. I know this is like a hot take, but I think rattle cans, if you learn how to use them right, can be extremely helpful if you don't want to use an airbrush. I feel like you could do some funky shit with a rattle can. Actually, I know you can do some funky shit with a rattle can. I went out and I bought more spray paint today. I just started grabbing colors off the fucking rack. Person next to me just started looking at me like, well, what are you doing? Nothing illegal. Yet. Or nothing that somebody can prove. Alright, and I think with that today, we're going to be putting a wrap on the stream because I want to go eat my food. So thanks for coming out to this short little sweet broadcast. I hope you have a good night, Ty. I will maybe I'll come back and stream tonight if nobody else is. And yeah, be safe, pink and unicorns, and have a snazzily good day, my dude. Bye.